Hi, and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Talk. In today's episode, we'll be speaking to owner and founder of Monique Events. Hi, Monique, and welcome to Let's Talk. How are you doing?
Hi, Leah. I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine as well. Well, in today's episode, we invited you to speak about events planning. We want to know what made you get into events planning.
Okay, so for me, I think I always liked to be organized. So that was something within me from a very young age. And when you ask what made me get into it, it has a story behind it, right? So I attended UTT. I completed my bachelor degree in fine arts, and I specialized in dance. And a group of friends and we were planning to go to the beach. So, regular people that just say, all right, we're going to the beach, there's a day and there's a time and we're going, right?
Yeah.
Me, being extra, I was like, okay, cool. So who bringing this and who doing this and who doing that? And everybody watching me like, duh, we just going to the beach. It's not that serious. Yeah. So one of my friends, her name is Chelsea, she was like, Monique, you ever think about being an event planner or, do event management or something like that? And I watched and I was like, no, like it never came to mind, but that's a good idea. But like, this isn't something that I heard of before. Like it wasn't a term, a jargon, like I didn't even know it existed. So I just thought managing something is just something people do, but I didn't know it had a career in it. So I actually went home that same day, looked and saw what we had in our country to offer. And then I realized that Arthur Lovejock School of Business was offering event management courses. And from that day, I was like, right, I feel like this is something I actually want to do apart from dancing. And I just decided as soon as I was finished with GTT to sign up, I did that. And when you're finished with your course, you have to submit a portfolio, and that has to be a full event. So I decided, you know what, Monique, if you're going to do a portfolio and it has to actually be an event, why don't you like do your own events and launch your business one time? So therefore, it's almost like a killing two birds with one stone. So I decided to do that, and that is how I, one, got into event planning, but two, also launched my business of Monique Events.
And since the launch of your business, how has it been for you thus far?
Okay, so I launched my business in 2018. July to be specific. Since then, I did one event international where I came to London and I did a workshop teaching them about our culture, using both my dance expertise and my event planning expertise, and just put together a workshop, which was pretty nice. I then came back to Trinidad and I started to say, okay, how am I going to get this new business off the ground? So I decided to, one, do a lot of collaborations with different persons who Trinidad sees as influencers, because they have their own business, but they might not be able to put together an event to showcase their business. All they do is just do what they do in their salon or do what they do at their studio, and that's it. So we were able to help out each other with our both sides of expertise and make something happen. So I did a lot of that in 2018. I also went back to my school, UCT, and spoke to the student guild, and I was allowed to be their official event planner from 2018. Hopefully I could have said till now, but unfortunately, because of COVID, I can't say that. So yeah, I was able to do that, did a lot of collaborations. In 2020, however, 2019, 2020 is when COVID took it really hard. So since then, it was difficult because I think the events and creative and entertainment industry has felt cool, like everyone felt it. But we have been on the bottom of the spectrum of even starting to do what we love again. So that was a really down time. And I know we had a portion of time where we were allowed to do like 25 persons gathering or 20 persons gathering. So I really just was like, okay, Monique, use this as your opportunity to get something happening. You don't know how long it's going to last for, but at least get back on that ball. So I also then decided to say, okay, do micro events and show people what they can do in these times, because everybody's mind is like, okay, it's COVID, we can't do nothing. And it's like, no, you can. But if they don't have anything to see as an example, then I give them all right to say, well, it don't make sense. It's not going to be nice, you know? Yeah. So I then did a lot of collaborative events with people like Renelle Francis, so Superstar Riri, Fun Rose and her friends who are also designers, artists, team, Whitney Husbands, EXO, Dance Originals, a lot of different persons to just show people that, look, we are doing things. It is more than good enough. Looking at the situation that we're in, but you could still have fun. Like you could still do some things and still be safe. So I think from when I launched to now, that will be a rough sketch or picture of how my time as an event planner has been so far.
And when it comes to tailoring a specific package for a customer, how is that exactly? What goes into that?
Okay, so at the beginning, I try to do specific packages because sometimes, because event planning or once you're doing anything that is along the lines of being a creative, it could go anywhere. So you kind of sometimes need to bring things together for people, let them see what is available, and then build on that. So I was putting together packages that will start off a basic price and then a platinum price and then a gold price, diamond price. So it will go up. But again, because of people's budgets, you know, they want this, but you know, they want to change this to be able to get that. So I had a lot of that going on. So I kind of just scrapped that. And I was like, I need to work with people. You know, this is a time where probably if everything was good, it would be like, okay, well, these are the criteria and these are the prices. So this is what needs to happen. But then I was just like, it's not going to make sense because you're not going to get clients. And we are all human. We all go through things. We all have things happening. So I was able to say, all right, let me hear what you want. Let me put together a price list for you of what you want. And then you are now going to be able to say, well, you know what, let's change this. Or instead of using gold cutlery, let me use plastic. Instead of using champagne glasses, let me use this. So, you know, the client was able to see where the money was going as well. Because I feel like also in this pandemic, a lot of persons try to be jack of all trades. So if your price is too high, they are going to try to do it for themselves if they can't find somebody cheaper. And that's just how it went for me when it came to the pricing aspect of my business.
And how would you say has the public been receiving your product and what you have to offer?
I've received a lot of love. A lot of love is the main thing. And I think because I'm so big on collaborating with both persons who are seen as out there or very influential, and I want the person that just started, like they don't know what they're doing. I want to collaborate with you because I remember when I was there and I just wanted somebody to help me along the way, to guide me. I wanted that. So if I see potential in you and I see that you are very passionate about what you're doing and you are passionate about growing, you are hungry for success, then I am going to collaborate with you. And I think by doing that, it allowed me to open a lot of doors to meet different people and just grow, just to grow. Yeah.
What are some of the advice you would give to someone, let's say, who's interested in becoming an events planner?
Okay. The first thing I would say is if you do not have organizational skills, this is going to be an extremely hard category for you to go into, because that is one of the number one things that is going to make you succeed. So being organized, being able to manage properly, putting systems in place, making sure that you have order, and also being able to delegate. That is hard for people that are mainly an event manager is somebody who's good at managing. So this is one person, but you need to be able to find a team that you could delegate certain things to and do what you need to do. Because what often happens, because you're so accustomed being that person, making sure everything is perfect, you are going to be micromanaging people, then you're not doing what you need to do, and then things are not going to be productive. So yeah, those are the main qualities I think you need to tick off if you want to come in this profession.
Okay. Share with us what goes into making an event a successful one.
Okay. So one, I would say knowing your time frame. If you're now starting, I usually use 3 months as a time frame to do an event. The first month is to plan, the second month is to prepare, and the third month is to execute. So that's what I use. If a client wants to book me for the event, I prefer if it is booked in advance, so I could, because I think when it comes to Trinidad, sometimes we are limited, and people are usually looking on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all these places, and the things that they are seeing, we don't have it. We don't have all of it, and if we don't have it, it's either we need to make it, create it, or we need to order it. So that you're not disappointed, and so that I'm not anxious, to give us both a ease at night, I would say 3 months would give you enough time to prepare. Once you have the time frame laid out, you have to create a system. So I have things like login sheets in terms of if I'm going to have a certain amount of items out, I need to make sure that I log each item so that when I'm going to the event, I know exactly what is supposed to be there. Things like a production schedule is like my Bible. So that tells you what you're doing. I usually do it from at least the day before, so that you know what is happening every second of the day, before the event, after the event, and even to clean up and make sure that whatever space that you use is how you got it, whatever item that you took or rented from somebody is given back, and all these things. So definitely a production schedule, time frame, a team is important. It is very, very important. At the beginning of last year, I created my own team just to say, all right, if I'm gonna do these micro events, I want solid people that I could continuously call on, and I was able to collaborate with people. Majority of them are from my secondary school, which is Bishop Annesley High School East and Trinity College East, and they are the Wood Encounter. Alex, who also has Lost in Frame Photography. Then I also have Eddie Entertainment. He does all the videography, and he brought on one of his friends called Tevin, who does videography and stuff as well. And DJ Sledge, which also came from the Wood Encounter. So, everyone brought on somebody who they think would have added to the team. So that team has stuck beside me, whether I'm in the country or out of the country. Whether somebody asks a question about events, they will say, Monique, you could do this or you could do that, and I'm out of the country. So that just shows the loyalty of my team, whether I'm there or not, is solid. Once you have that, you're going to be able to grow, because your idea of what is good or what is bad, or just contributing ideas that can make everyone grow, is very important. You as one person, you like what you like, so you're going to just be focused and narrow-minded in terms of, I like these things, so you're just going to stick and dwell into that. I remember before collaborating with my team, I was mainly doing female events, and I just couldn't understand how to get out of that circle, basically, because I'm just so used to it. I'm accustomed doing it. I'm comfortable in it, but I did not want to stick there. But I just didn't know how to come out. And while doing some of the micro events, the Wood Encounter, who is, their names are Amrit and Kevin. This was like, yo, Monique, let's do a event with artist team. And I was like, yeah, please, like, bring it on, because I've been wanting to do things with nails, but I just don't know how to go about doing it. And we sat down and we spoke, and I was telling them the ideas. I think we should bring in a PS4. I think we should do this. And they was like, well, yo, you have it together. Like, let's do it. And we did it, and it was great. And ever since then, I'm just waiting to come back to Trinidad to do another event. And they are also eager to do another event. And that's just it for me. So once you have time management, a solid team, and a timeline and systems, I think the only thing that's missing is your creativity and your passion. And that's it.
What is one of your most rewarding moments after completing an event?
I think when a client is just, firstly, when they walk into the space and you could completely see that they are pleased or speechless, for me, that's it. Like that's it for me. Like, I'm good with that. When they send you that warm, loving message just of how thankful and how pleased they are of your work. And sometimes they are so happy and pleased, but you're still watching that one string that just out of place and saying, oh, wait, so that just shows that you know, you can see the little flaws, but they are just blown away about what you have done. I think that is very rewarding for me.
In terms of workshops, are you planning to have some when you come back here to Trinidad?
Yeah, I am. I definitely am. I think I have a special soft spot for workshops in particular, because to me, a workshop is where people could come and learn that specific trade that they are interested in. And sometimes, I'm telling you, like, some of these influencers, as we call them, regular people do not feel confident to just go and message them. Or they might message, but this influencer that you have in your head, they are busy, like they are working people. They didn't get where they are by just sitting down and being on their phone. So most likely, they don't have time to be going through the million messages and the million DMs where some are positive, some are negative, some are young people just wanting to know certain things from them. Like, they don't have time for that. So for me, I see doing workshops as a way of bridging the gap and giving people that opportunity to ask questions to that one person that you want to aspire to be like or better. And I also see it as these really good people who have their thing going on, hearing questions from the people on the ground who they could actually listen to what they're asking and build their business or change certain things or tweak certain things, because sometimes when you're just busy, you're not really seeing how you could evolve, So I think when you bridge those two gaps, it's beneficial for the both sides, actually.
Monique, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us today.
No problem. It was great. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it and sharing my points and views on event management. So thanks.
But we could see that this is something that you love, eh? So
yes, I love it. I've missed it so much. Like, this time frame of not being able to do it really took a toll on me. And I was just like, you know what? I need to like take a break. Instead of constantly trying to think of a way of how to make it work. I literally had to say, Monique, like, forget it for a moment, because you're going to lose your love and your passion, because you're going to just be so heartbroken or so stressed out that you're going to think that it's actually this thing that is stressing you out, when it has nothing to do with the events. It has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with the world. So right now, let the world do its thing. And when it kind of calms down, you go back and jump back into what you want to do. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Marie.